Hello, everybody. I'm glad to see you all again. So today we're gonna do like a more exciting part of the class, which is we're gonna use the paper to decorate our object. Do you all have a couple of objects ready that you paint during the first lesson, during the first class?
Yes.
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 Okay, so I'm going to start. You remember that I did my tray. I used that cream acrylic paint on it, and now it's completely ready to start with the Mod Podge. So just as a reminder, we will use Mod Podge as glue and then later as a seal for everything, okay?
Okay.
All right. So Michelle, you can spotlight what I'm doing, my working station right now. And I want everybody to see. So I'm going to use Mod Podge straight from here. I don't even need to put it anywhere. So I'm going to start with the bottom of the tray. And I'm going to make sure that I reach every corner. With Mod Podge. You don't have to be worried. It's not going to dry super fast. So you have some time, even if you have like a bigger surface.
Benedetta, spread it evenly, thinly?
Yeah, yeah. Like a nice even layer. I'm not going to do the sides for now. I'm going to do those later because I'm going to use a slightly different technique.
Benedetta,
Yes.
can you do photographs with decoupage?
That's a good question. You know, I mean, as long as you can glue, do you think, well, maybe if you print a photograph on paper instead of photo paper,
Yeah.
but I don't know how the quality is going to be. But I think it's possible. You should try though to print the photograph on paper, like on regular paper.
Now I remember I did read that. Put it on a regular piece of paper.
Another thing that will worry me though is the ink from the printer. I don't know if it's gonna fade or do anything if you apply Mod Podge on top. But you know, try, experiment. I would definitely try it.
Hi there, this is Melissa.
Yes.
Photographs, I can remember taking my 5-year-old and a whole slew of school pictures and decoupaging them on a cigar box for her father's Christmas present. It was a big hit.
Really? I bet. That's so nice.
Yeah.
So did you use like a regular photograph on like a photo paper?
These were the, you know,
there you go.
One that come in, you know, strips of 25, whatever. We had a lot left over that year, so.
Nice. That's such a great idea. I love it. I never tried with photographs. Okay, so I think I'm good with my first layer. So I was thinking to use this very nice napkin with beautiful strawberries. So what I'm doing now, you know how napkins are made by different layers, right? So I did this in advance because it can be really like tedious to separate the two layers. But this is what I'm going to do now. I'm gonna can you see that I'm like ripping one of the layers off. Now for the bottom of this tray, I'm going to use the whole napkin. I'm not going to do cutouts, but since I measure the tray before, I'm going to cut a piece that is going to be perfect for the bottom of my tray. I'm going to try to go straight.
Benedetta,
Yes.
is it possible that the napkin is only one ply?
It's probably you can find like did you try in the corner?
I'm doing it now.
It's not coming out. It's fine, you know. I'm just doing this because I like to work with thin paper. But again, you can work even with photographs. We just discovered that it works, so don't worry, it's fine. It will work perfectly. Maybe some napkins are just one layer.
Oh, lo vedo.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. It's really it takes like a few minutes to be able to find the corner and peel it off. Let's see if this is the one that I need. Okay, so now I have to be really careful when I apply the napkin, because I'm not going to be able to move it once it touches the Mod Podge. So this is like the scary part. I'm gonna try to smooth everything as much as possible. You'll see wrinkles. See, I got like some wrinkle there, but don't worry, because then when you go over again with the Mod Podge and the brush, they're going to disappear. See, it's already super cute. Look at that, right? Okay, so I'm getting Mod Podge again. And now I'm going over everything, my whole surface, making sure that you get into the corners and you smooth everything. Okay, this brush is too long. I'm going to change my brush. Are you all using the entire napkin, or is someone doing cutouts as well?
I'm gonna try doing a cutout.
I'm gonna do cutouts later for my sides. Okay, when you do the first layer, you have to make sure you go over every single corner, especially, and all the surface of the napkin. I'm trying to smooth the wrinkles that I got from the napkin. I'm going basically from the center to the edge like that. And then I'm gonna do the same thing on the opposite side. Okay, I'm almost done with my first layer. Okay. Okay, so now for the sides of the tray, I'm going to use the same napkin, but I'm going to cut out a few strawberries, and then I'm gonna place them to do like a nice kind of composition. And you don't have to be perfect. I don't have to be perfect right now with the cutting, because I use basically a very light, almost white paint underneath. But if you have a different color, you will have to be precise on the cutting. Like you'll have to go all around and make sure you don't see edges. Sorry. Okay, now you can see. So do you see my scissors? They're pretty small. I mean, I bought them as like decoupage, but I'm pretty sure they're like nail scissors. So I think you will have something like that in the house. You need to use smaller scissors to be able to go around these like tiny details. I'm gonna cut out a few more, and then I'll decide how I want to glue them. I'm gonna get a couple of small ones as well. Okay. So now I have a few, and I'm going to decide on my composition basically. which is a very important part as well. So probably I really like to see decoupage that like goes like around the edge, something like that. You know, so you can see the strawberry even from like outside, right? And then, so let's see, maybe I'll start with the small ones. I'm not gonna put much fudge in the entire side right now because I don't need it. I'm gonna go over when I think that it's done, that I use all the paper that I wanted to use. So for instance, if I wanna put this little strawberry right here, I'm just going to apply much fudge first. And then I'm gonna do something like that. And on top. So it gives like a lot of like movement, and just with this one here, right? And it becomes, everything becomes more interesting to look at. You don't need to cover the entire surface that you have, but I mean, I'm gonna put a few more strawberries here and there. Okay, with this one, I'm gonna do what I told you, like I'm gonna wrap actually around the edge. I'm gonna do this with my brush like that. Same thing and the other side. Okay. See how interesting it becomes? See, I really like it already. I'm gonna put a few more. And then you can also do, you know, if you want, you can put some strawberry in the outside of the tray as well. Are you all good with your paper or fabric or napkins? I don't know what you're using. Do you have any question? You're all good?
Good.
Good? Perfect.
My napkin ripped, so this is
Oh, I know. Yeah.
become an experiment.
Can you, yeah, exactly. So can you go from there and like invent something that you were not expecting?
Yes,
You know,
that's-
change
yeah,
your composition.
Here I am now.
Yeah. See, that's the beauty too, you know, that you have to change your plans. I'm gonna need a few more strawberries, not that many though. So I'm gonna cut a few more.
Hi, Benedetta.
Yes.
Yes, there are air pockets in the bottom of my.
Yes. So I have some too here. Can you try to smooth the whole surface going from the center with Mod Podge? You push with your brush like that, and you go towards the side.
Okay.
Go from the middle, actually from the center of the object to the side like that, and you push them down. And then you do the other side as well. It can happen, it happened to me as well, because I probably the Mod Podge dried a little bit by the time I finish to put the first layer of Mod Podge, but you can always smooth them down like that, going from the center to the side.
Okay.
Does it work?
Yes, but then the rest of it has a lot of wrinkles. Is that okay?
They should, you won't be able to see them at the end because we're gonna do a lot of layers of Mod Podge. So every layer that you add, they're gonna smooth out. I see already mine, they're like going, kind of disappearing. So since I already started, I'm finishing the second layer on Mod Podge, but I have to finish the strawberries that I'm gonna put on the side as well. Okay. I'm gonna go back to cutting a few strawberries. Okay, so I'm going to do maybe one more this side. So for this one, I'm gonna do the reverse. I'm gonna start from the outside. And I'm gonna fold, I'm gonna wrap the strawberry on the edge. Okay. Okay, I think I'm happy with the result. I may decide to add a few more strawberries. So I'm not gonna do another layer of Mod Podge on top. That will do when your object is finished, when you apply all the decoupage that you plan to, and then we'll go ahead with the Mod Podge. So I'm gonna leave this tray alone for a while. And I'm gonna work on the second object that I painted last week, which is this frame. So I have, let me show you, I have two frames. So for one, I use a very light blue, and I distress the frame with sandpaper. So I apply the color. As you can you see this like darker line here? That's because I didn't mix the color in a perfect way. So I didn't mix the blue with the white perfectly because I wanted to see these like darker lines. And then I took some sandpaper and I distressed the frame so it will look a little bit, you know, like an old frame. So for this blue here, I have this beautiful decoupage paper. So I was thinking to use just the paper like that in the two corners. And then for the frame that we paint together last week, I'm going to use a napkin. And it's like this polka dot, kind of like golden color, which I really like. See, again, I'm going to separate. Oh, this is easy. Yeah. The layers. And then I'm going to start with the Mod Podge.
Benedetta?
Yes.
Yes. Since you said we would use multiple layers of Mod Podge, is that
Yes.
correct? So would you let
Yes.
it dry between applications?
Yes, that is correct. So if you think you're done with the decoupage paper, you know, with your composition and you don't want to add anything else, you are going to wait for the first layer of Mod Podge to dry, and then I would do a couple of more on top of it.
Okay, thank you.
Yep. I'll try to do side by side. So let's see. And then I'm gonna cut the napkin later. So this napkin actually had 3 layers. So it's really, really thin. See, I just took out 2 layers. So this is extremely thin. I have to be extra careful when I apply the Mod Podge because I don't want to rip the paper. But the result is amazing because I can see the color underneath. So I really like it. so now since I didn't put much pudge underneath, I'm gonna do it right now. I'm gonna hold the napkin like that. I'm gonna stop right here because for the bottom, I'm gonna need another napkin because this is not enough to cover my frame. So I'm just gonna stop right here with the glue, with the Mod Podge. Now going on top. We'll use the same technique to smooth wrinkles from the center to the side like that. I hear that someone is really happy, and that makes me happy too. Okay. Okay, now it's pretty smooth. And I'm gonna cut everything, not now, I'm gonna wait for the first layer of Mod Podge to be completely dry, but what I need to do is to get another napkin and do like the last side of the frame. Okay. Get another napkin. Okay. It's pretty easy, comes off very easily. And I'm going to do the last side of my frame. Okay. Again, I'm gonna smoothing all the wrinkles out. And I'm gonna stop right here where I stopped before, because I don't want paper to overlap. And then I'll wait until it's dry. Okay. Last thing that I want to do is the blue frame. So now for the blue frame, if I don't remove as much as possible of the white paper, I'm going to see it, even though this is a very thin paper. So as you can see here, I didn't cut, but I ripped the paper. And that's another thing you can do with this kind of paper though, which is really like almost like tissue paper. It's really extremely thin. You can see all the fiber of the paper when I do that. Like gently ripping the paper, the edge. I think we're gonna do this next time. Before we go, I wanna try to share that video that I made that didn't work the first time. Let's see if I can show you this video. It's basically like step by step decoupage video. Okay. Okay. Can you see it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
It's very short, but it's showing you like step by step what we're doing right now. just like a step by step as like a reminder of what you have to do. Before we go, oh, thank you. I have to say that the music was written and played by my husband, so. Okay, can you hold the object that you're working on, and I'll try to like scroll down my screen and see if I can see all of you. Okay, I see Beth, that is beautiful. Okay, I see Amy. Oh, I love the butterflies. Joya, you have a big task there. That's beautiful. Linda, let me see where, I don't see where it ripped actually. I can't see it. Oh, you did a collage?
Well, the paper ripped, so I just kept going.
Yeah, look at you. That's great. I love it. Perfect. All right, who else? Jean. Let's see what you have, Jean. I can't hear you. You can unmute yourself now.
I haven't glued it on yet, so I can't really pick it up.
Okay, that's fine. All right, I see Patricia. That's beautiful. Okay, I love that paper. That's really beautiful. Yeah,
That's
keep
nice.
working on the on the wrinkles, and they'll go away. Oh, Robin, I love that too. Wow, you guys have so like you found like the most beautiful paper and fabric and everything. I'm really glad. Who else? Let's see. I don't see anybody else. Melissa, yes. Oh, you did the coasters. Very nice. Very.
Yeah.
Those are lovely. Yeah,
Sweet.
perfect. I really hope you're having fun doing it. It's such like a
This is great.
right.
Yes.
It's in like a relaxing technique, and the results are really amazing. Usually, right? All right. Let's see. Did I see everybody? I don't want to leave an Emmy. Did you see Emmy? Yes, the butterflies. Yes, beautiful. Are you all using like wooden objects, or is someone using also like tin or
Wood.
metal or something?
No, just wood.
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
wood.
yeah. We'll use wood for now, and then maybe the last class we can see something different as well. But that's, I mean, the technique is the same. It's just that if you do like a ceramic or like a tin, you will have to use, I'm not sure that acrylic will work. Definitely not on metal, maybe. So maybe we can try together and see how it works. Do you have any question for me? This like stage?
What will we do next week?
Well, we'll keep, so this is the basically the technique. I just want to do like different object, and maybe we'll try different paper as well, because today I only showed you napkins. I want to show you like thicker paper as well, where you will need to cut out very precisely. I mean the shape that you use. And I was thinking to do also, these are really cute too. This is like an alphabet letter that you can do, I mean, for everybody, right? It's such a great thing to like hang in a room or something. And this is wooden as well. So we'll keep doing that, and then I'm gonna show you how to do this step 1 and 2. I don't know if you have this. You don't need to. I'm not gonna do the crackling in every object I have, but I'm gonna show you one as the one in the video actually. And let's see. Yeah, I mean my trade's almost completely dry. So when it's completely dry, I'm gonna do another layer of Mod Podge, and I can already tell that the air pads are gone and the wrinkles are smoothing. So it will happen to you as well. So hopefully I'm going to teach my class directly from Tuscany next week because I'm leaving this Thursday.
Oh,
I'm going home
okay,
for a
wow.
I know. I'm very excited. Hopefully, I'm crossing my fingers, the flight is still going to be on and we can go to see my family.
Oh,
But I'll be here same time on Monday and we'll have fun again together.
Yeah. Well, buon viaggio.
Grazie. It
Thanks,
was good to see you all.
thank you.
Thank you,
Thank
Benedetta.
you.
thanks, Benedetta.
Thank you. Bye.
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 Bye.